Okay, Brad, you get to do some
We're
button pushing. All right. So this is the PFD, the primary flight display, made by Aspen. Now, this is the main knob that controls everything. If it's a magenta, that's what you get to control. So if you turn this knob, you get a heading mode, right?
We'll make
So just so you know, our initial heading is going to be about 203.
Okay.
So go ahead and put 203 in the initial heading. Okay. Now altitude, let's go ahead and put 12,500.
Okay.
I've got oxygen ready for me right here. This is our barometer. We're about to get that.
For birds in the vicinity of Cedar Rapids Airport, advise on initial contact, you have Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Cedar Rapids Tower information, Foxtrot 1852 Zulu. Wind 260 at 7, visibility 10. Dew clouds 3,300, temperature 5, dew point -2, altimeter 3040. ILS runway 27 approach.
40. 3040.
For birds in the vicinity of Cedar Rapids Airport, advise on initial contact, you have Foxtrot.
Cedar Rapids clearance, Centurion 4620 Yankee.
Centurion 4620 Yankee, Cedar Rapids ground.
We'd like to request flight following to Mike 17, that's Boulevard in Missouri, at 12,500.
Centurion 20 Yankee, Roger, and can you give me your aircraft type with your equipment suffix?
It's a Centurion C210/Golf.
/Golf, Roger, stand by.
And I apologize, I thought I was talking to clearance. I realized I'd left it on tower.
Centurion 20 Yankee, it's all good. I'm working all frequencies.
Okay, you want me to stay here with you then at tower?
Yes, sir, you can.
We'll study the taxiways. This is where I got myself in trouble before. So she's going to probably taxi us out. We've got some construction there, the craziness, remember? So she'll probably either tell us Alpha 4 or Echo 2 to Alpha. And she'll say Alpha all the way down to 27.
Centurion 20 Yankee, maintain VFR at or below 4,500. Expect tower with departure. Departure frequency 119.7, squawk 3103.
Okay, on departure, VFR to 4,500, squawk 3103, and what was that departure frequency?
Centurion 20 Yankee, departure frequency 119.7.
119.720 Yankee.
Yeah, Centurion 20 Yankee, read back correctly. Did you say you're ready to taxi?
We are ready to taxi. We're at signature with Foxtrot.
Centurion 20 Yankee, runway 27, taxi via Alpha 4 Alpha.
Alpha 4 Alpha 20 Yankee. Okay, we know what that one is. So there's the Echo 2, which means Alpha 4 is over there. Cedar Rapids Tower, Centurion 4620 Yankee is ready at 27.
Centurion 4620 Yankee, Cedar Rapids Tower, turn left heading 250, runway 27, clear for takeoff, traffic 4.5 mile final, and citation.
Okay, clear for takeoff, 270, initial heading 20 Yankee. Change our heading to 270.
Traffic departing prior to arrival, Centurion.
We'll do no delay.
305. All right, 270.
Okay. Traffic clear, nobody coming in. Clear. On the floor. Okay, throttle up. Throttle locked. We're at 60, airspeed good. Engines are on the green. We're at 70, rotate. Here coming up.
We're above 85, flaps up.
Want to go to flaps now, flaps going up. Gonna hold 270 on our heading.
Centurion 20 Yankee, turn left heading 250 and contact departure.
250, contact departure. Thanks for all the help, 20 Yankee.
Thank you.
250 on our heading. And I'm now going to cut back to 30 on our manifold pressure.
All right.
2,500 on our RPM. There's 250. And we're at VY. Departure Centurion 4620 Yankee 1800 for 4500.
Centurion 4620 Yankee, Cedar Rapids departure, radar contact, resume mode navigation.
Resume mode navigation, 20 Yankee.
And Centurion 20 Yankee, VFR altitude, your discretion.
VFR altitude, my discretion, 20 Yankee. Okay, so let's go straight to Boulevard.
Make it so.
Did my drink fall?
It did, but I picked it up for you.
64 Charlie Foxtrot's out of 9,600 for 8,000, and we got the AWAS at
Need a cup holder.
Iowa City.
Seems like a critical piece of equipment.
Back 64 Charlie Foxtrot, Cedar Rapids approach. Good afternoon, and you can expect the visual approach at Iowa City Airport. Are you direct of VOR?
Affirmative, moving 64 Charlie Fox.
It's much too early to be drinking, but I just need and I mean that because the restaurant is on a long cross country, not because I'm drinking. It's
what are we
it's a Diet Coke.
Oh, okay. All right, that's the new code word. Got it.
Anybody who knows me knows that silly.
What you're mixing, it's what you're mixing with the Diet Coke that's important.
Squawk 0254.
All right, we got to find a hole.
Cessna 40 Delta radar contact. What are your intentions after the touch and go?
I will be direct Dubuque.
Cessna 40 Delta Roger.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the autopilot.
Yep.
Good. And I'm going to fly around a little bit. Make sure that we stay legal here.
November 79 Victor, radar contact. Make straight in for runway 27.
Like a canyon. Getting them. The performance is great. We're almost at 1,000 feet a minute climb.
November 79 Victor, no problem. When you zoom on navigation and let me know when you want inbound.
Because of the cold air.
When you talk about staying legal, you just can't hide in the clouds, right? Is that what you're talking
about? It's not hide. You can't go in the clouds. And we're technically in class Charlie airspace, so we have rules about how far away laterally, laterally from clouds, and then how far below and above. So 500 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and your visibility needs to stay 3 miles. But we can see forever today, so visibility is not an issue. But this is fine. We got a nice canyon here. We're getting a great climb performance in this cold air, and so we're going to be able to stay legal and get above these clouds. It's real pretty too.
Cessna 4620 Yankee, contact Chicago Center 118.15. Good day.
118.15, 20 Yankee, thanks. Chicago Center, Centurion 4620 Yankee, 7,600 for 12,500.
November 4620 Yankee, Chicago Center. The Cedar Rapids altimeter is 3038.
38, 20 Yankee.
Wow, that was really smooth coming
out. Yeah, it's smoother right now than it was coming in, yes. Going the height that we're going, the altitude we're going, I technically don't have to have oxygen, but I'm right on the line, so I'm going to just have it available.
All right.
And there's a pulse oximeter. It's a little pouch in that drawer. I want to have that so I can measure my oxygen levels. You don't want me passing out, even though I know you could fly the plane just fine, right, Brad?
Exactly.
Now, are you ready to work some radios today?
Sure, I'll make a pass at it. 20 Yankee.
The first time you make contact with a center, you get full call sign.
Full call sign, all right. Centurion?
Here it is.
4620 Yankee.
And it's right here.
All right. Cheat sheet, thank you.
Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to say Centurion November 4620 Yankee, change to Memphis Center at 127.15.
All right.
What do you do?
I'll say copy, but I got that.
Oh,
no copy?
No.
That's just in the movie, all right. No, I'll say,
Because they're going to go copy what?
well, no, I wasn't saying that's the whole phrase. I'm saying that I copied and then I'll repeat it back to them. Or...
It sounded like you were going to say copy to them.
No, I was just going to say that I understood what they said, and then I was going to repeat back. So, when they say that, I'll say, who was telling me this?
It'll be a center. Like right now, we're talking to Chicago Center.
All right. So what is I started going through the communications book. There's kind of breaking it up into sections. So do I need to repeat back who I'm communicating to? Do I say center? And then say our full call sign? And then repeat the frequency back?
Okay, so the first call, Chicago's going to talk to us.
All right.
And they're going to say, they may say transfer to Springfield approach. Let me see. Let's just say they say Memphis Center. So they're going to say November 4620 Yankee contact Memphis approach 127.15.
All right, and then tell me
what.
Well, I do not know what to say. You tell me what to say, and then I'll.
Okay, so what you want to say?
Charlie contact Chicago Center 135.15.
What do they listen? Well, you can't hear them. Okay, so there it is. You repeat back the frequency.
All right.
And then the last three of your call sign.
All right. So I'd repeat back whatever 126.5 Centurion 20 Yankee.
Just say 20 Yankee.
20 Yankee. All right.
Now, how are you going to remember the frequency? Because that's what the hardest thing.
Well, I'm going to concentrate on the frequency and use my cheat sheet up here.
Okay, good. And now Alicia will write it down.
Got it. Well, it was most likely going to be a 1 at the beginning, so it's just going to be 3 numbers, 3, 4 numbers.
Stop at contact Chicago Center 135.75.
So it could be 27.15.
Okay.
You know, so.
I mean, if you got a pen and Post-it notes, I mean, why not write it down? I'll do it. I have no shame. I can't remember more than a digit or two.
You can't remember your wallet or your phone.
That's a true story right there. And Hannah can't remember a battery.
Number 4144 Chicago Center maintain 11,000 Des Moines altimeter 3040.
Okay, so we are at cruise. Let's do our cruise checklist.
All right, cruised, power AS DSRD. I don't know what that means.
As desired.
Oh, power as desired. How about we go with that?
Okay.
All right, our prop at 2350 RPM. Looks like you're there. Cal doors closed.
Chicago Center comma maintain level 230.
Fixture lean to 385.
Okay.
Rudder trim set to.
Check.
All right, that's it. What does LOP mean?
Where? Lena Peak.
What's that?
Where?
LOP?
Yeah, LOP, Lena Peak.
All right.
That's if we were going to run Lena Peak, but we're not.
All right.
I'll give you another test here. You ready? November 4620, Yankee contact Memphis approach.
1604, Chicago Center sending out of level 230, then cross Eden, level 210.
Centurion, or November 4620, Yankee contact Memphis approach 128.15.
128.1520 Yankee.
Perfect. There you go.
All right.
Then you dial it in, and we got a message here, fuel timer. And you dial it in, you hit the C button to transfer it up.
All right.
Then you wait, make sure you're not stepping on anybody.
All right.
And then,
5784,
then
Chicago
you'll
Center
say
maintain for level 230.
Memphis Center, Centurion 4620 Yankee at 12,500.
All right, let's back up one step. So as far as they give me the frequency, I'm going to put it in. What are the steps for that again?
Okay, so the little number turns the little numbers.
All right.
The big knob turns the big numbers.
All right.
You're gonna set this one. When you have it set, you'll hit the C button.
All right.
Transfer it up and make sure you visually identify, because I've been seeing it not.
Contact Kansas City.
And it's real embarrassing to go. Memphis Center, Centurion 4620 Yankee 12,500. You're still in Chicago.
Got it. All right. So after you transfer it, then you can initiate the call to tell them.
You listen first, then initiate the call.
You listen to make sure you're not going to step on anybody. Got it. All right. Then at that point, the protocol would be to identify the center that you're talking to.
Correct.
All right. So you would say roughly, go through that again, like Memphis.
It's blank center. So it's who they are.
Yep.
Who you are.
Okay.
And they already know where you are, so you give them altitude of where you are.
Okay.
So who they are, who you are, where you are. You're at 12,500. And say it like that, 12,500.
All right, so after we switch the frequency, we're going to wait to make sure we're not stepping on anybody. And they're going to say, whatever center, Centurion, N620 Yankee, 12,500.
We say Centurion 4620.
All right.
But you know what? I don't know why.
That breaks following the lead, right?
So it would just take a long time. Centurion, November, 46, well, you know.
Yeah, a whole other, 0.7 seconds
but
there.
You know what, yeah. Well, you know what the November is, right?
That's for the designation for North America?
Correct, or for United States.
All right.
Because technically Mexico's North America, Canada's North America.
Got it.
It'd be the
20 Yankee, contact Kansas City Center 126.22.
Kansas City 12622. Respond to him quickly.
All right. Kansas City 16.22, 20 Yankee.
That's 12622, 20 Yankee.
Number 7 Hotel Bravo, contact Kansas City Center 126.22.
Oh, somebody's going to beat us there. That's all right. There you go, 225.
What center was it?
Kansas City.
Okay. Do we need to announce ourselves on this side?
All right, so we've got to announce ourselves. Kansas City. Stand by, though.
Delta 1785, contact Kansas City Center 119.47.
Wait for them to respond, which we don't hear them. Now go.
Airshow 5784, maintain level 240.
Wait for him, wait for him.
Lindbergh 6270, I need you to expedite through 25, please.
He's real busy, so hang on.
Do I say the frequency is right?
No, no. I say 12,500.
Oh. Kansas Center 12,500, 20 Yankee.
It's full call sign.
Oh, sorry.
November 4620 Yankee, Kansas City Center, outer Quincy, altimeter 3039er.
39er, 20 Yankee. Then you have to respond back. Okay, that was close, though. All right. Not bad.
Hey, baby steps, baby steps.
Baby steps.
All right.
Baby steps. Not bad.
Good job.
Airshow 5937, climb maintain
Anna didn't even want to try.
40.
Oh, well. I'll give it a try. I don't make any promises, but I'll try.
We didn't give you a 9er in that one.
Ooh,
Airshow 5784, expect
or a
higher
tree.
in a couple minutes.
Or a 5.
5. So, Dan, I couldn't help but notice back at the ramp there was a lot of foxtrotting, and in the sky here a lot of squawking. What's all that about?
Okay, two totally different things.
All right.
Foxtrot is the letter F.
All right.
So it just refers to something had to do with the letter F. In this particular case, when you're listening to weather at a towered airport, they will record a weather briefing on the weather channel that they have. It's called the AWOS. And they will, I'm sorry, it's called the ATIS. AWOS at an untowered. So it's called the ATIS at the towered airport. And so they have somebody there who once an hour records it. They designate it by the next letter in the alphabet. So they'll say Cedar Rapids Airport, weather information, Foxtrot. Winds, blah, 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 and they'll start going through all the weather. That way, if you're heading to that airport and you're coming in, you could tell them, I have Foxtrot, so they know which weather you got. Because maybe they just changed over to weather information golf, in which case they may say, Foxtrot's old, go ahead and go get golf.
Got it.
You need to go back to it. So, before you ever taxi from parking at a towered airport and you call to request taxiing, you need to tell them you've got the weather. So in this particular case, I called when I said I have Foxtrot.
Got it.
So I don't have to say I have weather Foxtrot. They know instantly what I'm saying.
All right.
I have Foxtrot.
I think the reason why it was very familiar sounding because there's another stop yesterday that we made. I think you were also on Foxtrot for the weather, so I've heard that multiple times, so I figured it was something consistent, but apparently it does change.
Okay, squawking is a totally different question. Squawk does not have to do with the phonetic alphabet, which is what Foxtrot was. Squawking is the transponder.
All right.
So it's a 4-digit code that planes that are equipped with a transponder can then emit the 4-digit code. 4 digits 0 through 8, through 7. So 8 digits that you can do. So if you are just flying by visual flight rules, VFR, you squawk 1200. In other words, you put in the transponder 1200, because what a transponder is doing is you see this R, so boom, boom, it's sending out a signal. It's saying, hey, 3103 is right here, 3103 is right here. And in the olden days, that was the basic transponder, that's all it did. Now, and then the next level transponder was it came out with, it would have altitude reporting as well. So the radars that air traffic control has would bleep that, hey, I see 3103, and it's reporting an altitude, so I can see that he's at 12,500.
All right.
So even though they have that information, we still, when we check in, we tell them our altitude just so that they know there's nothing broken.
All right. So you mentioned if you're VFR, you put in 1200. So there multiple people that are at 1200, same transponder? Everybody
that's VFR would be at 1200.
All right.
So like yesterday, we were flying, and we get flight following, so air traffic control gives us a unique code to squawk, because we're squawking, squawk, squawk, we're squawking that code. And
2697 Kansas City Center,
and so,
Roger, the Kansas City altimeter.
They would tell us, we've got multiple VFR traffic in the vicinity of the airport when we were going into Boulevard yesterday. And that's what they mean. They're seeing 1200s walking.
All right.
So, or sometimes their radar will pick up airplanes that don't even have a transponder. So, it is not required in some airspaces to have a transponder. Take an old Piper Cub, they were made long before transponders were created.
Did I hear something yesterday when you said you went into Charlie airspace, you have to have a transponder?
Correct. So there are airspaces that require that you have a transponder, and Charlie airspace is one of them. And Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa Airport is a Class Charlie airspace. So we have to have a transponder.
1 November X-ray, mid-altitude, climb and maintain, flight level 1.
We don't have to have clearance to fly into a Charlie. We just have to have two-way communication established. So if you're flying into a Class Charlie airspace, if all you do is say, Cedar Rapids Airport, Centurion 4620 Yankees, 12 miles south inbound with Foxtrot for a full stop landing, and they come back and say, 20 Yankee Roger, that's all you need.
All right.
Communication has been established, and so you can go into enter Charlie airspace. And you've got your transponder and the transponder's squawking altitude. Now let me throw one more thing to you. The new transponders, this is a new transponder, has what's called ADS-B. And what that is even more information. It says, hey, look, let's be contemporary about this. Let's kind of go with the times. If we can squawk altitude and this one number, why don't we go ahead and program in, it's a Centurion, it does this, it does that, and put all this unique information in, and let's send that out. Then you can also have an ADS-B receiver, so it transmits ADS-B, but then receives, and it'll receive everybody else. So if somebody has an ADS-B transmitter, look at this.
That what's been showing up on here?
Yeah.
When you see other,
City Center, good afternoon.
So when you look at the screen, see all these targets, these are all guys who are have an ADS-B. Now these, and it's telling me where they're at, altitude-wise.
Yeah.
So this one right here, SWA 2081, is at plus 219. Okay, so that's 22,000 feet above me. So and I'm at 12. So those guys are at
Care 268, contact 5 southeast of Kirk.
Those guys are at 30 some odd thousand feet. The SWA, that's Southwest Airlines. If I click on this,
VFR traffic just
it'll tell me Southwest Airlines heading 259, airspeed 379 knots.
Got it.
So, now here's somebody almost at my same altitude descending. Minus 10, minus 11. And that's November 6-8.
St. Louis Lambert Airport is south.
I know there's, so a question for you. I know on the internet there's a lot of flight tracking websites.
Right.
So is it only the ones that have these type of transponders?
No, if you're into the ATC system,
okay,
like we are flight following, or if your instrument, which is into the ATC. So now here's the thing to be aware of right now. The FAA has made it mandatory that everybody that flies needs to have ADS-B out at least. Not in, so that everybody can at least see you.
All right.
For 2020. And now they just moved it back another year. They keep moving it back.
So does that...
I went ahead and complied with the ADS-B mandate a year and a half ago. And I'm glad I did. The old transponder I had piano keys. It was really old.
So is this, putting everybody on this and being able to look at a map, I mean, is that going to create a false sense of security where you think that...
Right now, exactly. Yeah. That's where I was heading. So if you're flying around and you're going, oh, I don't see anybody, so I don't have to look. I'm only going to keep my head here. No traffic. Well, then there's the guy that doesn't have... When we were flying into Boulevard yesterday, there was... He told me, I've got a VFR target over the field. I couldn't see him. So he did not have ADS-B.
And I'm assuming that the people parachuting yesterday don't have transponders on them either.
Yeah, the parachuters don't, but the plane did. I could see him.
All right.
I could not see that short little stubby RV. He did not have an ADS-B out.
Pilot discretion maintained 12,000.
So yes, that is a concern. And that's why we're heading towards mandatory, but FAA's delaying it because it's expensive.
Wings 195, kind of Kansas City Center 119.4.
They offered a rebate. If you go and buy it now, we'll give you a $500 rebate from the FAA. And that's what I did, and I got a $500 rebate.
What does it cost for the unit to have it installed, roughly?
Well, this one's a fairly expensive one. I can't remember. I want to say $3,000-4,000 unit, and then to have it installed, another couple thousand.
Yeah.
So, but what was really cool about this particular unit, which is the Garmin GTX 345, is it talks to this 430. It Bluetooths out to my ForeFlight, and that's why I've got all this information on my ForeFlight. It also sends out weather, so I'll get cloud coverage and stuff, rain on here, not cloud coverage, but rain will show up here and here.
When they installed it, is it? Do they have to run something as far as like an antenna somewhere?
Well, there's already an antenna from the old one.
All right.
But now, that's expensive. They are coming out with really inexpensive solutions, but the FAA has to mandate them, which then makes them expensive. So people have to make these... So there's a light on the end of the wings, right? Somebody said, well, what if I just plug into that light? You remove the light, replace it with this really good LED light, and I've got the ADS-B out antenna right there. And you program that, and you're all set. And it's a couple $100. And the FAA says, well, we haven't approved it yet. So now they have to go through all the testing. So you can put it on an experimental home built, like that RV we saw yesterday. You can put it on there, and you're legal. But to put it on a non-experimental plane, you have to have it approved. So 3,000, let's descend to 3,000. We're going to begin our descent over the Lake of the Ozarks. We got an active MOA, Whiteman Air Force Base, off our 3 o'clock.
November 620.
So we're going to be watching for any kind of military altitude activity.
2132.
And we're going to aim for a 500 foot a minute descent.
2132.
How much more time do you have before your CFI?
About 5 weeks. And I'm nervous. I got a lot to do, a lot to learn, and I've got all these business trips. I don't have time to do the maneuvers right now. I really need to be practicing maneuvers. That's why I have my book with me. I was studying last night at the hotel. Okay, Brad, you've been doing the radios. You've been doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Saving batteries, so we didn't get to hear it on camera, but
It was flawless.
But one thing I didn't tell you is on the descent. So instead of telling them just the altitude, if you're moving altitudes, whether you're climbing or descending, you'll tell them your altitude you're at and where you're wanting altitude you're wanting to go to.
All right. So what's the word in between? So 6,900 to 4. Okay.
Yeah. So 6,900, 3,000.
Springfield,
3,000.
0254.
Okay, so 123 is this common radio frequency, CTAF, Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, for Bolivar. So that's what he's going to tell us next. He's going to tell us the radar service is terminated, squawk VFR, and we could either type in 1200.
All right.
Now that we talked all about transponders. Oh, wait, we did get that on camera. Anyway, or this particular newer high-tech transponder, just hit the VFR button. It'll automatically take you to 1200.
Well, isn't that fancy?
So usually it'll wait until we have the airport in sight, which at about 18 miles we should be able to see it. Maybe 15.
59, contact
That's the number you're looking at, 22 point something.
All right.
See that number?
I do right there, yep.
Yeah, and the number underneath, that's the minutes estimated to arrive. So we're at 22 miles now. Okay, reset to 2,000 feet on altitude bug. And we're going to go down to 2,500, which is 500 above pattern altitude. And we're slowing down to VA because of turbulence.
So what is VA for? I've heard VA and VY and...
V stands for velocity. VA is the fastest you want to be for maneuvering.
All right.
After that, you could incur structural damage. So VA for us is 132 indicated. How far out are we?
14 miles.
I think
Number
I see it.
135, maintain VFR at or above 8,500.
Maintain VFR at 135.
Springfield approach, 20 Yankee has airport in sight.
Number 20 Yankee, I'm showing one target who appears to be in the pattern. That's the Bolivar Airport, 2,100.
There he is.
Radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Appreciate all the help, 20 Yankee. Go ahead and hit us, VFR. There we go. Frequency change approved, so we'll come over to Bolivar. We'll listen for a minute. 2,500 right now. We're how far? We're 12 miles?
Yes, 12 and a half.
Bolivar traffic, Centurion 4620 Yankees, 12 miles north. We'll do enter a left downwind for 36 Bolivar.
And Bolivar traffic, 2 Quebec's on the downwind for runway 36. Going to extend out a little bit. We'll be out of your way though. Bolivar.
Yeah, so instead of saying, please advise, all traffic, please advise. I mean, the guy's, he heard me. He's right there. He's going to answer. So you don't need to say, because if there were 3 or 4 people, everybody would have stepped on each other. All right, so give me a pre-landing checklist.
All right. All right, before landing, lighting and seatbelts. Get your fuel on a correct tank.
And Bolivar 2 Quebec is turning.
Okay, I'm good on that.
All right.
Bolivar.
Mixture rich.
Check.
Prop full forward.
Check.
Cowl doors as desired.
Check.
AC still off. And gear down whenever you're ready.
I'm not ready. We're going to do gear down when we're beam the runway. All right.
Departing pattern to the west. Pittsburgh National traffic.
At the runway right out there?
Yep.
All right. Right of that fire?
Fire?
Right to the left, yeah.
Yeah, to the right.
Well, the runway's to the right.
The whole airport is right there. All right, autopilot off. I'm going to come over here so we can do a left pattern.
Are you landing at the other end?
Yes,
Go around?
we're going to come back.
All
So
right.
we're going to do a 180 here, basically.
Got it.
But we're going to do it in a rectangle. And we're almost at pattern altitude, and we're almost in the pattern. Looking around, nobody else coming in from
Those 18, is that due south? 180, like this?
Yes.
Alright.
And Centurion, what's your position?
Centurion is entering the left downwind now for 36 Boulevard.
Roger.
Landing.
Oh, I see him now. He's in the run-up area. We've got birds right there. Okay, we're at pattern altitude 2000. We're slowing down.
Centurion, 2 Quebec. We're going to take 36 and we'll be out of your way here, but we're staying in the pattern.
No worries, I've got you in sight. 20 Yankee.
I've got gear on this side.
Okay, and I've got 1 and 2 and a green light. Okay, gas is where we want it. Undercarriage down, mixture and prop. Okay, and we're going 10 degree flaps. And we're beaming the numbers. And downwind just a little bit for give him some time. Boulevard traffic, Centurion left base, 36 Boulevard. Okay, dump check. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, complete. Okay, I don't see anybody coming in extended final. Alright. Flaps to 20. Okay, turning final. Nobody coming. Boulevard traffic, Centurion final, 36 Boulevard. Really high. Over. Birds. Call up my airspeed.
86. 3.
What's it now?
80. 77. 74. 73. 70. 66. 65.
Boulevard traffic, Centurion is off the runway. Boulevard. Okay, flaps all the way up. Yeah, after landing, checklist.
Boulevard traffic 3328 Quebec.
Flaps to 10 up off a runway, throttle 1000 RPM. Bow doors open.
Okay.
Rudder trim set for takeoff. Elevator trim also set. Transponder 1200. Strobes off.
Back. All right, that was a good little cross country. Thanks, Brad. Hope
Thank
you learned
sir.
a lot. Hope you
a little bit each
decide
time.
to go get your pilot's license. That'd be. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you share, subscribe if you like it, and we'll see you next time on Taking Off.